Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the ultimate internet leaderboard to uncover exactly how Google decides who gets the spotlight. We've all wondered why certain websites magically appear at the very top of our search results, while others are just completely buried. Well, today, we are officially decoding that black box.
But before we start playing the game, we need to make sure we're on the same page with the terms. When we talk about an SEO ranking, we are specifically talking about the position, like number 1, number 2, or number 3, that a web page holds on a search engine results page, or SERP for short. And this ranking is always tied to a very specific search term, which we call a keyword. SEO itself, or search engine optimization, is all about the techniques you use to help a website rank higher organically, meaning without paying a dime for ads. You're basically competing for those top spots every single time a search happens.
Here is our quick roadmap for today. 1. The ultimate internet leaderboard. 2. Inside the search algorithm. 3. The page 2 graveyard. 4. Why rankings constantly change. And 5. Tying it all together.
All right, let's jump right into part 1, the ultimate internet leaderboard. Picture the internet as an endless, massive series of sprint races. In just millions of pages are evaluated to see who wins the number 1 position. Literally every single time you type something into a search bar, a brand new competition kicks off. Whether you're searching for a local coffee shop or, the history of ancient Rome, a totally unique leaderboard is instantly generated. And every relevant website out there is practically elbowing its way to get to the top of that exact list.
Moving right along to part 2, inside the search algorithm.
So, who is judging this massive competition? Google uses an algorithm, which is essentially a highly secretive referee with hundreds of complex mathematical rules. Nobody outside of Google knows the exact precise formula. It's an incredibly guarded secret. But through years of industry data, we do know the major categories this digital referee uses to score you. These are the 8 main pillars: relevance, content quality, backlinks, on-page SEO, technical SEO, user experience signals, freshness, and local signals. Let's break down the most critical ones.
Rule number 1 is absolute relevance. Listen, if your page doesn't match the user's true search intent, nothing else matters. Google uses something called natural language processing, or NLP, to deeply analyze the words and the actual meaning of a page. It's asking, does this page deliver what this person really wants? Think about it. If someone searches for how to bake a cake, they want a recipe, right? Not a sprawling history of baking. Hitting that exact search intent is your absolute baseline.
And that brings us perfectly to Google's EEAET framework, which is how they judge content quality. It stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Think of it like a digital background check. Does the writer actually have firsthand experience? Do they genuinely know the topic? Is this website a recognized go-to source? And most importantly, is the info accurate and safe? The days of just keyword stuffing a page are totally over. You have to prove you're a trustworthy expert.
Next up, we have to talk about backlinks. This comes from Google's original PageRank algorithm, where they basically treat a link from another website as a vote of confidence. But here is the massive catch. Quality heavily outweighs quantity. One single link from a huge, trusted site, like a major news outlet, is infinitely more valuable to your ranking than 100 links from spammy, low-quality sites. Google looks at exactly who is vouching for you.
All right, rapid fire on-page SEO. These are the technical elements directly on your page that organize your content for Google. You've got your title tag. That's the clickable blue headline in the search results. You've got your meta description, the little gray summary text below it, plus header tags to organize your text, natural keyword usage, alt text so screen readers can describe your images, and internal links that connect everything together on your own site. But hey, it doesn't stop with what's on the actual page. Behind the scenes, technical SEO is an absolute deal breaker. If search engine crawlers, sometimes called spiders, can't quickly load your site on a mobile phone, you simply won't rank. In fact, Google judges the mobile version of your site first now. That's called mobile-first indexing. Your site also needs secure HTTPS encryption and a clean structure. And perhaps most critically, if Google hasn't indexed your page, meaning they haven't added it to their giant database, you are literally invisible. The algorithm is also a total behavior watcher. It monitors real user UX, or user experience signals. What percentage of people actually click your link when they see it? That's your click-through rate. How long do they stick around? That's your dwell time. And a big one is pogo sticking. If a user clicks your result, absolutely hates it, immediately hits the back button, and clicks a competitor instead, your ranking will tank.
Google also scores you on core web vitals, which is just their strict measurement of how fast and stable your page actually loads. Which brings us to part 3, the Page 2 graveyard. So why do we obsess over all these technical details? Because the ground is always moving beneath you. Professionals use heavy-duty tracking tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, or Moz to monitor exactly where they sit on the SERP over time. You can't just check your rank once and assume you're safe. You need to know constantly if you are sitting pretty in position 1 or if you're slipping behind. And here is the staggering statistic that proves exactly why this matters. Over 90% of all clicks happen exclusively on page 1 of the search results. Let that sink in for a second. If you aren't on page 1, you are missing out on almost all the potential traffic for that keyword. Which leads to my favorite, albeit slightly morbid, industry joke. People in the SEO world love to say that the absolute best place to hide a dead body is on page 2 of Google, because literally nobody ever looks there. Being on page 2 is mathematically almost as bad as not ranking at all. All right, part 4, why rankings constantly change. Just when you think you've cracked the code and secured your page 1 spot, Google moves the goalposts. They make tiny tweaks almost daily, but a few times a year they roll out massive core updates that can completely upend the leaderboard overnight to punish spam. Historically, the Panda update wiped out sites with thin, garbage content. The Penguin update destroyed sites trying to cheat with spammy backlinks. And the recent Helpful Content update heavily penalized sites that were clearly just turning out robotic articles for search engines, instead of writing for real human beings. But listen, even when there isn't a massive Google update, the sands are constantly shifting. Your competitors might just wake up and publish better, more up-to-date content than you. You could gain awesome new backlinks, or lose your best ones. Your site could randomly slow down because of a technical bug. Or, the most tricky one, what users actually want when they type that keyword might just evolve over time, completely shifting the search intent. Finally, part 5, tying it all together. So how do we actually win this thing? Success requires nailing all of these layers at the exact same time. Step 1, you have to capture the search intent. You need to know what the user actually wants. Step 2, you must understand the SERP. Look at the kind of page Google is already building to satisfy that exact intent. And step 3, your actual SEO ranking becomes a reflection of how perfectly you match that intent, combined with all the technical trust and authority signals we've covered. You really can't just be a one-trick pony here. A page can be incredibly fast with perfectly optimized technical SEO, but it's still going to fail if it doesn't match what the searcher actually wants. On the flip side, you could write the most brilliant, helpful, intent-matching article in the world, but if your site is completely broken or lacks authority, you're still going to fail. Google demands both an incredible answer and a flawless delivery system. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to step back and look critically at your own digital footprint. Ask yourself, does your page genuinely, expertly match what searchers actually want? Is it technically sound? Or are you just hiding on page 2? Thanks for joining me today. Keep optimizing, keep putting